George Kittle. So, first of all, George Kittle, like his role in the offense has totally flipped this year. The first 4 years of his career, he was the guy that they would feed over and over and over again during the drive. But once they got to the red zone, he was out. For whatever reason, they decided we can't throw you the ball anymore once we're inside the 20. God forbid they ever target him in the end zone. Look up Vish. You know Vish. He was tweeting about it today that they had given Kittle some ridiculously low number of targets in the red zone, in the end zone in his career, first 4 years. I forget the number. Vish has it. The last 3 weeks, all season, he's been getting targeted in the end zone, and he's making contested catches. Shocker, he had another touchdown today. That's great. He's a big reason why the Niners' red zone offense is so good. But he's an afterthought the rest of the day. When they're not in the red zone, it's not about him anymore. It's all about Debo and Ayuk. Debo and Ayuk. And whoever the running back is that day. Elijah Mitchell or Jeff Wilson Jr., right? It's basically Debo, then Ayuk, and the running back, and then Kittle. Kittle is like the fourth cog in the offense, which begs the question. My question to you is, how important is George Kittle to this offense? He's a good player, but they pay him a lot of money, and the offense doesn't go through him like it used to. In 2018 and 2019, the offense went through him. But this year it goes through Debo, and to a lesser extent, Ayuk, and to a lesser extent, Elijah Mitchell or whoever the running back is. It's not about Kittle anymore. He had 34 yards in this game and 4 targets. 4 targets? 4. He's not a running back like Debo Samuel. He's just a guy who had 4 targets and 34 yards and a touchdown. The touchdown's great. But my question is, how important is George Kittle to the offense? Like, if he were to get hurt, could they win without him? He gets hurt quite a bit. And I do think they could win without him. If they had Elijah Mitchell, Debo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk, I think they could win without George Kittle because Charlie Warner is a good blocker and Ross Dwell is a good receiver. I think they could kind of give you a lot of what he gives you, except Kittle, except for way cheaper. Kind of rough. Seems like the Niners are paying him for what he did in the past. I don't think he's vitally important to the offense. He's still a good player. But, I mean, Debo's more important. Ayuk's more important. The running backs are more important. And yet he's the highest paid player other than the quarterback and the left tackle. Can you trade Kittle? He's not vital to the team anymore. Can you trade him while people still think he's vital? I don't know. McGlinchey has not been missed at all. Yeah, who? People are saying he was so good. I don't think so. Kittle's contribution is blocking. Run game is number 1. Oh, okay. Oh, the Niners averaged 4.1 yards per carry today. And their longest carry was 25 yards by Debo. Without Debo Samuel basically being Superman, you had Jeff Wilson Jr. averaging 2.5 yards a carry, and Trey Sermon averaging 3 yards a carry. I'm just not seeing the otherworldly impact that George Kittle used to have. I know he used to have it, not seen it anymore. Still a good player. I'm not saying he's bad, but how important is he? Not that important. It seems like Banana Hands uses cheap good players as bell cows, but not that Kittle is. But now that Kittle is worth the money, better not get him hurt. Only catch on third down and red zone. Yeah, maybe so, man. Maybe his attitude is like, oh, we got to keep Kittle healthy and save him for the playoffs if they get there. Fine, I guess that's what's going on. But it's weird, right? Like he's been an afterthought all year. Weird. But meanwhile, they're giving Debo Samuel carries in the third quarter like Kyle. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that with George. George after the game was like, I don't even want to do that. Like, yeah, Debo, you run between. He was like, yeah, there's big guys who hit you between the tackles. Yeah. Seems like they lost without Kittle this year. Okay. Well, we'll see. They lost a lot of games this year with Kittle too.